I'm back at Secord Dam. You can see it over my shoulder here, and there's been a lot of work that has went on since the last time I was here. Let me get this turned around and you can see this a little bit closer. Before I start pointing things out, I do want to thank people who have been supporting me on Patreon as well as through PayPal and sending me letters through the mail. Without you guys, this would not be possible for me to keep coming out here and documenting this so that people can see this years from now, the history, the historical moments of rebuilding and restoring dams. All right, right here you can see there was a whole bunch of trees that have been cleared out of this area. The old substation here has been kind of stripped down. A whole bunch of trees that were removed over there on the west side of the dam. And then behind me over here, a whole bunch of trees that were removed. You can see Beer Line has their huge crane in here. Hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit inside the powerhouse today, and maybe a little bit of the salvaging that they're trying to do of a few of the hydro components. The last time I was here, they were going ahead and pouring concrete underneath the water right here in front of the powerhouse in order to go ahead and install stop logs so that they can inspect this area. That work has all been completed. So let's get up here now. We'll take a look at the work a little bit closer, as well as I'm going to probably be flying the drone and seeing what we can see from the air. Jumping into some of the drone video now. The drone is facing towards the west, flying down the earthen embankment. We'll come around here, around the backside of Secord Dam, and it'll get a little bit better view of the work going on here before I jump back into some video of on-the-ground filming. So right here behind the dam, behind the powerhouse, you can see all those stop logs in place, the water going through on the right-hand side underneath that Tanner gate. I'll fly directly over the top. We'll be able to take a quick look down behind these stop logs, and you'll see it is pretty deep. I know there was someone that asked, is Secord Dam have the deepest water right in front of the dam? So that would mean it has the highest head. And I do think that's true. You know, if you look at the other dams to the south of here, they look like the elevation in the water drop is not as far. So we can see directly behind these stop logs way down in the bottom of this hole. So this is where the water would flow through here and enter the turbine and flow through the powerhouse and exit the front side of the dam. So again, when I jump back to the in-person view, we'll be able to take a look at this a little closer. The left Tanner gate is closed just to kind of create a little bit more safe work environment over there on the left-hand side. Up on the top of Secord Dam now, you can see the stop logs that are in place. So last time I was here, they were pouring the concrete down here for the stop logs to sit in. You can see way down there how big a drop it is. And way back underneath there is actually where that turbine is. So today they're working on pulling off the head cover above that turbine. We should be able to see that from inside the powerhouse. We can see the water out here at Secord Dam, and just how far down that is all the way in the bottom. Let's jump back to some of the drone video now. The drone's facing towards the south, looking downriver. We'll take a closer look at some of the areas around the dam that are being worked on now. So a lot of these areas had some trees removed. Just a quick update on the live camera. Hopefully we'll be installing that this month. They are going to be starting to drive sheet pile, so I hope that we can get it there. But really the only thing we are waiting on is consumers to bring the facilities there. So Consumers Energy will be supplying the power to the pole location where the live camera will be located. This shot right here in the middle, there was a whole bunch more trees, and then there's that substation that's been decommissioned up in the right corner now. Coming around the front side of the dam, great view of the water flowing over the top. During this time, there wasn't a whole lot of rainfall in the area, so there wasn't a whole lot of water going over the top of the dam. And you can see the area directly in front of the powerhouse, those sandbags located there, and that area is all pumped out. We'll be going there in person very soon and be able to look right up the turbine as well. So pretty cool seeing these sites here at the Secord Dam. And again, I'm hoping to have that live camera installed very soon. Now down here in front of the powerhouse, so first time you guys can actually see inside the powerhouse. You can see the water coming over the spillway here. This Tanner gate is still lowered so that they're able to work over here. Let's take a quick peek inside the powerhouse. So the generator actually used to sit right here above this hole. So that has been removed. That's being salvaged. The wickets used to sit down in here as well. Those have been removed, and right now they are working underneath this head cover right now. They have a couple hydraulic rams that they're going to try to push up this head cover as well as lift it with this giant chain fall. Hopefully lift this whole cover up. This shaft, the rotor shaft right here, is connected to the turbine down underneath there. It's pretty cool. Hopefully we'll be able to see this in just a little while. When they start lifting this up, we might be able to see that turbine underneath that head cover. Really cool. I know there's a lot of people that wanted to see inside of this powerhouse. So here you can kind of get a quick shot of it. Not sure what all the components are, but I'm sure there are a lot more people in the comments down below that will probably identify with what's left here. You know, there's a lot of stuff that has already been removed and taken to be salvaged. Right now these guys are down here in the squirrel cage working inside that hole, like I said, working to ram up, hydraulically push up this head cover. You can see this little stairway here. They used to be able to access this hallway down into this area, and also you can keep going down even lower, and used to be able to see, I know you could probably see it from a couple of my drone videos where I was filming the outlet where the water came through the powerhouse. There's an old wooden door up top. We'll go look at that in a little while, but that is where that used to go down to as well. Really cool being inside the powerhouse. Make sure you go down below, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and leave any questions and comments you have down below. Again, just really interesting seeing all the work that is going on here. So future work, there will be sheet pile arriving here very shortly, and beginning in October they're going to start installing the sheet pile over there in the earthen embankment, as well as making a few roads in here. Alright, let's head on out now and take a look at the outlet where the water would exit the turbine. Before we check out that outlet in person, let's jump back to some of the drone video. I'll fly the drone all the way up to 400 feet in altitude and we'll be able to check out the whole job site. Not sure what kind of bird that was that flew right underneath the drone in that area. We can see to the north, as where the drone is facing right now, over the top of Secord Lake, where a little bit of that overgrowth has happened. There's a couple weeds and trees growing out there. Not as bad as the lakes to the south though. You can see way up there, a lot of stumps out there on the lake bed yet. You can see the earthen embankment, and that is where all that sheet pile will be installed very soon. It's actually already there on site, so that will be being driven in using the vibratory hammer to get it through the earthen embankment. This is one of my favorite shots, as you guys know. I always start downriver, fly underneath Secord Dam Road Bridge, and then come up in front of Secord Dam. You can see the water coming over the top of the sill and flowing downriver. And you can see those two holes coming through the sill where a lot of that water flow is jetting out. This area over on the right hand side of the screen is where we will be checking out very soon. It is the outlet underneath the turbine, underneath the powerhouse, where the water used to flow through that turbine and exit the front side of the powerhouse. You can see all those sandbags there keeping the water from this location, then the access door up top. I'm down in here now, you can see the sandbags. So Secord Dam Road is way back there in the background, and we are directly at the base of the outlet. So the turbine is right up underneath here. I'll show you that in a little while, but you were able to see this area from the drone all the time when I would fly kind of right in this area. That doorway is right up there. You know, you kind of see the stairs coming down to here. There's going to be a lot of work in here with sister walls being poured, some of these braces being removed. So a lot more future work going in place. You see the scaffolding here though. I'll actually pop up in here and you can see directly all the way up in there. Not sure if you guys can even see it, but that is where the turbine is located. You can actually see the blades on it. I'll probably pop up a couple pictures of this area without the scaffolding here so that you can go ahead and see that. But some future work is they will actually be putting a little bit of a scoop here as well to direct that water out the base of this low-level outlet when they convert this to directing that water this direction and then down the river. Pretty cool being down here underneath the powerhouse, being able to see directly in the shaft that exits underneath the turbine. Not many people have stood where I am standing right now. All right, we're gonna go back up top where they are working directly above that turbine there at removing that head cover. And maybe we will be able to see them remove that head cover today and see directly into the turbine from the top part. Here's a view a little bit further back. You can see where I was just standing down there by that scaffolding. And now you can see up to here where they used to have that old access point that they could get down to here. And then the water flowing over the top of the Secord spillways with these sandbags here blocking that water from coming over underneath the powerhouse. Here is a quick time-lapse video, and if you pay close attention, you'll actually see the head cover move a little bit. They were able to break it free while I was there. So the following day, they were able to go ahead and remove that. I maybe get some video of that the next time I'm out there on site. May get that shared with me, and I'll include that in a future video. But jumping back to the drone video now, we're facing towards the north, looking directly at Secord Dam. And you can see the water again flowing over the top of the spillway. If you are enjoying this video, make sure you go down below, hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel because I have a ton more videos that we will be filming out here. The construction phase of the work has just started, so it's a couple more years and this lake will be restored. A couple of those facts is the estimated lake restoration date is going to be 2024, and a lot of people always ask about what will be the levels of these lakes. They will all be restored back to their previous lake level, so that will be maintained. I will try to get up here more often now that there is so much work going on, but it is quite a drive for me, especially right now, a very busy time in our life. We're working on moving into our new house. So if you guys want to go ahead and support me through a different program, there's always the PayPal link in the description down below, but there's also this cool website called Coffee. And you can go ahead and either buy me a drink or contribute to a tank of gas. Don't feel you have to, but it's another way to support the channel. This image is actually of the turbine from the top side, so you can actually see a couple of those turbine blades located inside that kind of concrete housing. So I just wanted to include this image. I think I had it in the previous video. Just kind of include that in, and up top you can see a bunch of those zebra mussels attached to the concrete as well. Hopefully you were able to see a little bit of that time-lapse video of them starting to remove the head. So it did budge, it did move free, but they're gonna go ahead and remove a few more of the wickets that are attached to the sides so that they don't break that head cover. So I'm not gonna stick around and film that, but I will get some of the video and pictures of them going ahead, removing and flying out that head cover, maybe even removing the turbine itself. So that will be really interesting to see. Here you can see what's left of the substation. So all of this will be completely tore down and removed. And let me walk this way a little bit further. You can see all the trees that were removed out here in this area. So future work is this earthen embankment. You can kind of see where it ends here. That will be extended all the way down there to that roadway, and then sheet pile will be installed in this as well. So that will be happening the next time I am out here. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to go down below, hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and leave any questions and comments you have down below. And until the next one, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below. As always, I just want to give a massive thanks to the people who support me on Patreon. Never underestimate the value of your contribution to keeping this channel going. Thank you.